The Butcher's Block.
Peace, peace. You're in tune to the Butcher's Block. I'm Frank the Butcher, and I'm here with the En-Noir crew, Rob Garcia, and my man Curtains. How you? You guys good?
Great.
We've seen, obviously, the celebrity placement. You guys have turned basics into high fashion. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, me, myself, and just like my personal style is just a lot of basic, essential silhouettes. Wear the same thing pretty much every day, and just like putting my spin on it, just using better textiles, better trims, just trying to execute like an amazing basic silhouette, but just with crazy details. And we started with the sweatpant, tees, tanks, just the essentials. And I'm a sweatpant kind of guy. It's like just wanted to be comfortable, and then doing it in leather was something that I don't think anyone's really executed properly to where it drapes and feels like a cotton sweat would. So that's something we set out to do, and I feel like we executed pretty well.
This next question is for Curtains. So obviously we've known each other for a long time, and anybody that knows your history has known that you have been heralded as one of the, I don't know, it was more on when everybody was doing the same thing, you were one of the people that broke out into still being an aggressive rapper, still being a street rapper, but pushing their fashion forward a little bit. And the famous, Kanye co-signed him saying that you was one of the ones doing it. So how do you feel, what was your take on when the sweatpant became a celebrity endorsed piece, and you knowing the ins and out of co-signs, and the opposite of that, as soon as that person's done with it, people move on and everybody moves on with them? Did you have that fear of like, yo, the world is loving it, the celebrities are loving it, but do we want that? Do we want to make sure that it's not all about that?
I had that fear. Cause anything with trends, especially fashion, is so fickle. Fashion changes every week. You know what I'm saying? Like next week, somebody could come out with Tyvek. Yeah. Somebody could come out with a Tyvek piece.
Like UPS envelopes.
Like this is the new move. And then the world's gonna be like, man, this is the move. We not doing leather, we doing Tyvek. Like that's how quick fashion could change. But as a business mind, you gotta think like this is your bread and butter. This is a brand, so it's like you don't ever want it to be in that danger zone of becoming like corny or trendy. But I feel, we have such a strong, our team has such a strong knowledge and insight and passion for creating clothing that, it's always just gonna elevate. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're gonna create that next.
Yeah. Now I've had the opportunity to visit your office and your workshop in LA, and without letting the cat out the bag, I just want to name a couple pieces that I've seen that I was in awe. I want you to kind of talk about them and touch base on what was the mind state when creating these pieces. Number one is actually what Curtains is wearing right now, where you took the Bulls on-court basketball short. And the reason I say Bulls, because it's not just a normal basketball short, because the detailing on the side is referencing the legendary, design of the Bulls basketball short. Now talk about that and what you did with that inspiration.
Yeah, definitely just growing up, Michael Jordan, iconic.
Absolutely.
But not only Michael Jordan, but the Bulls styling lines of their uniforms is iconic to me. Those style lines, it doesn't need the bull. Those style lines, right away, you know exactly what it is. And, growing up, the Bulls were one of the first NBA teams to kind of wear their shorts a little baggier. And the way the applique was on the shorts, it just, the way it swayed, the way it draped was just very different from Utah Jazz uniforms and the way those fit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, you guys been toying around with a motocross pant, right?
Well, it's a BMX.
BMX pant.
Yeah, so, a lot of people have done the moto pant, and but the BMX jersey and the BMX racing pant from like the 70s, 80s, that silhouette is more of a sweatpant silhouette, as opposed to the motocross is more of like a pant. So, the sweats did so well, we execute that silhouette really well. So we wanted to try our hand at like BMX, and actually Lucci from Gourmet, I always have amazing talks with him, and
he's a G.
He is a genius, and so we have talks, and that's one that came up. He's like, dude, you got to try to execute that. Like, it might be a little crazy, but like, let's do it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. And
And what's next?
well, we just did New York Fashion Week. That was big for us.
So how was the response?
Oh man.
I mean, you guys kind of do high fashion through a street lens, right?
Absolutely.
So it still has a street attitude.
I mean,
you guys' background is
yeah.
Exactly. So how does other high-end brands or that set of people, you know,
yeah,
they love it.
They love it. I mean, I just feel like we're just coming from a very authentic place, you know, like you know, street style, streetwear is definitely in our DNA. But where we're progressing to, and you know, the level execution is definitely on a higher end feel and a higher end level, and we're learning every day. We're trying to, you know, always get better. But you know, doing New York Fashion Week really helps, you know, getting out there, getting used to doing those kind of things. We're doing Paris Fashion Week next week. That'll be another challenge for us, you know, being American designers. But yeah, all these opportunities are coming to us, and we're just trying to execute them. It'll be in stores in the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely, and let's keep it moving. You know, stay tuned, because these guys are doing some crazy things. Big shout out to Curtains, one of the best rappers I know that puts out the least amount of music. Let's be for real. I don't really understand I don't understand why, but you are one of the best rappers that I know personally.
Thank you.
So I just hope for some new music upcoming.
I got you. Just
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My man.
Stay tuned. The Butcher's Block, En-Noir. Peace.
The Butcher's Block.